I don't know what I was doing. I forgot. Shadow of the Thorns? Learned that Caradoc the knight who broke me out from the island asylum wanted to steal Excalibur. So I gotta convince Deergas, that's right, to go down there to the old druid place and learn the secrets of Camelot and Arthur to himself. Which I was just outside this place, so I don't know how well this is gonna go trying to convince this guy, but we will see. Fergus.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really? And here I thought the Horns of the South had no secrets left to hide from me. But go ahead. Surprise me.
Sewell's tomb has a hidden entrance.
Have I ever mentioned I'm not a big fan of your sense of humor? Now, tell me what you really want, or walk away. In silence, preferably. This isn't funny. I'm no Galahad, burning people at the stake for heresy, but I don't appreciate this kind of behavior either. Still, judging by the look on your face, you actually believe you've stumbled onto something important. All right then. I'll go and check it out. See what's got you so worked up. It might even be nice to get out of here for a change.
That wasn't too hard.
I saw what you wanted me to see.
That was fast.
We need to talk. Honestly, I'm not sure what to think. Everything I believed has been seriously challenged. I need some time to get used to it. Why did you show this to me? Because it could be that I'd be better off not knowing. What they did to Seawall is unthinkable and absolutely unforgivable. What will the other keepers say? What will happen to the Horns of the South? And what about Camelot? Everything we believed was a lie. You're right. In the end, it doesn't matter what Camelot was back then. What matters is what we are now. And we did everything in our power to keep the South safe. And to keep our lighthouse on through every storm. But this will be the end of the Horns of the South. No young man will join our ranks when hundreds of years of our history are gurgling down the drain. Any ideas?
You're the ones who found a way to forge peace with the tribes. Nobody believed it was possible. You're the fortress that stood up against Camelot's corruption and got rid of Galahad.
It sounds better than the alternative. That we're a bunch of fools believing in children's fables of knightly honor, valor, and purity. And we'll have to give everyone some hope to cling to after the truth about Seawall comes out. All right. I assume Brandon put you up to this, so you can go and congratulate him. He won. I'll support this case, if only for the safety and well-being of our boys. I don't have to like it one bit, but I can try to make it easier for the garrison.
Bang. Now I gotta go talk to the captain. I think I still need to talk to Arthur. Maybe not, though. Yeah.
It was the most painful thing I heard. I didn't didn't know.
It's not a good enough
I had
excuse.
no idea this is what happened to him.
You can't just imprison somebody for eternity in a fucking egg and just be like, oh, I had no idea.
There were other things that required my attention. We were losing the war. I was needed everywhere. I should have paid more attention to what Merlin was doing. I shouldn't have let go.
Yeah, you shouldn't have. Yeah, you shouldn't have. You done messed up. You done fucked it up. I was kind of with him at first, trying to restore him to his mortal self again, or his physical being again, but after seeing and hearing from what the people of these places say, I don't know.
If nothing happens by nightfall, I'm starting that.
Ah, you're back. So, what news do you bring? Did you talk to Fergus? Good. Just as I expected. I do feel for the boy. He really loved Camelot. Probably the last truly loyal keeper. But he had to know the truth. I knew his honor wouldn't let him hide it from the others in the Orns. Nicely done. Now, I'll get One Eye, and together we'll go to the Orns with the good news. Not everybody will be happy about it, but that's for me to deal with. Those who don't support us will be released from their oath, and I'll ensure they're safe until they leave the south. After that, whatever they choose to do is up to them.
That's fair.
Brothers, today marks a new chapter in the history of the Horn to the south. Today, we put an end to fear and poverty. I understand your pain. I know you feel helpless in the face of the looming terror of the weirdness. Camelot has abandoned us, brothers. For years, they've given us no aid. All they do is take our resources, send us to senseless slaughter, and keep us in the dark. Camelot doesn't see us as equals. They've forgotten Seawall Firstfoot's legacy and the promise King Arthur made to us. We were meant to stand as equals. We were meant to be just as powerful as them. And all this time, do you know what they've done to the founder of the Horns of the South? For over 600 years, Seawall has been alive, forgotten by King Arthur and all of Camelot. You don't have to take my word for it. Seawall's tomb is open. Go and see for yourselves. I say, enough. Enough of being fed a rotten myth that turned out to be one great lie. We swore loyalty to the torturers of one of the noblest knights to ever walk Avalon. I say, enough. We will no longer honour an oath made to dishonourable people. We won't let ourselves be exploited any longer. But, my brothers, I bring news. Galahad the Pure, the same Galahad who threatened to burn half our garrison at the stake, is dead. Galahad's death is our chance to break free from Camelot. Enough lies. No more risking everything for those who only know how to take. You're probably wondering, how can we protect the South on our own? How can we defend ourselves when Camelot comes to reclaim their slaves? Yes, that's what we are to them. I know the lockdown of the fortress surprised you, and for that, I truly apologise, but it was necessary to keep you from attacking our new allies, the Del Rita tribes, led by One Eye.
I know, my brothers, I know. This must be a shock, especially since I did not share my plans with you earlier. But hear me out. Thanks to this alliance between the Orns of the South and the Dalriada tribes, we are securing the safety of the South and our independence from Camelot.
The tribes will provide us with the military support our depleted ranks desperately need. The tribes will help us rid the South of the bandits who've plagued our people for years. Together, we'll share knowledge and resources to ensure a better future for all Southerners.
We will not drain your resources. In fact, we'll replenish your armories and fill your pantries. We'll stand together, fighting side by side to bring peace and order back to the South. In return, all we ask is your loyalty. If you see a brother from the Dalriada fight in the Camelotian, stand with our brother. That's all.
Of course, if anyone isn't in favour of this alliance, you have the right to leave the service. I declare a new era for the Horns of the South. Those who don't wish to help build this future are released from their oaths. To those who choose to stay, I promise a good life, and you won't face any more threats. Now, brothers, return to your duties and rest easy. The Horns of the South will endure, and soon we'll be stronger than ever before.
Now I need Excalibur.
An honest matter. What do you need?
Oh, Jesus.
Ah, right. See, the problem with Excalibur, or indeed any of King Arthur's blades, is that you need to prove you're worthy of wielding it. How are you supposed to do that? Hell knows. But if the pin that secured your entry to the Horns has led you here, I think I know what the one who gave it to you might have been thinking. You see, there are many different legends. According to one of them, there are a few places on Avalon where you can prove yourself worthy, whatever that means. And one of those places, as you can probably guess, is nearby. Have you seen the old gong in the sunken village? Well, many years ago, when people still went to the woods for a shit instead of using a privy, it was part of a certain ritual. Only the people who passed the ritual could become keepers. None of the living keepers were recruited that way, so we don't really know what happens during the ritual. That's why Galahad now appoints keepers and the captain chooses them. It's just safer that way. I only know that you need to sound the gong and then lie down to sleep at its base. If you wake up, I mean, when you wake up again in the morning, you'll know you've been deemed worthy. Unfortunately, the gong is broken, so first you'll need to find a way to fix it, and since it's made of weird steel, that's not going to be easy, is it? Fortunately, Oshbrit should be able to help you. A little bird told me he likes to play with weird steel when nobody's looking. Just tell him I sent you, and he won't give you any trouble. Well, of course they tried. It turns out that the keepers who passed the ritual could hold it longer than anyone else. Maybe it'll be enough for what you need, and maybe something entirely different will happen. It's your risk and your decision. Go, and may the southern wind be in your favor. If you need anything from the old captain, you know where to find me.
Now I gotta go to this sunken village, repair this gong that I picked up so long ago. Damn it. Nothing's ever super easy.
Oi, friend, a question. Do you know why people always stop and watch a blacksmith at work? Because he's riveting. Oh, of course. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm all... Why would you want to fix it? Do you even know what it is? Take some advice from an old man. If there's a giant, ancient statue that somebody tried to turn to dust, they must have had a good reason for it. Well, if you put it that way, then I suppose I have to tell you the truth. Otherwise, the terror from the sea will bite me in the ass while I bathe. Of course I can fix it. I've been doing this kind of thing since I could swing a hammer. It's a skill we pass down from master to apprentice, generation to generation. Nothing fancy, just good old blacksmithing. Obviously, though, you'd have to bring me a couple things so that I can actually do it.
Need more ethereal cobwebs.
Ha! Friend, I wish. But the only task I could use help with might be a bit too delicate for you to handle. Unless you're a master goldsmith, then feel free to prove it. And I'll have work for you. There's just not enough of them to go around. And now that we're on lockdown, there's not much demand for my services either. Listen, I said I don't have any jobs, as in things I pay you for doing. That doesn't mean I can't teach you a thing or two. Since you're free to wander about while I'm stuck in the keep, you've probably bashed in the skull of a beast or two, right? The alchemists. They're likely snatching up the corpses, using the muck to cook their weird concoctions. But perhaps you'd rather craft yourself some armor. We should start with something simple. I'll give you some notes on how to make armor. You gather the materials and get to work. And when you're done, you can bring it over so I can see what you've made.
I already have that recipe. Need more ethereal cobwebs, though. Three more. The only place I know where to get that. I might get lucky and get dropped from the undead nearby. Or I have to go further north. Oh shit. I done forgot how to leave. I think I'll just take the teleport north and pick up where they spawn at. Which is right up here. That was a lucky guess. And I can teleport back with this guy.
How did you, oh, forget it. I don't even want to know. Just give me a moment. Here. That should do it. Do whatever you need to, if you're really sure about this. But please try to come back alive. I have nothing to tell you. I could try to talk you out of it, but I'm guessing.
I ain't gonna make that jump. Probably shouldn't have came this way. Yeah, up here apparently is where I have to rest at. If I can get up here, jeez. Oh boy. What the hell happened? Oh shit. It's 6:30 in the morning. I'm getting just spam in the chat. You guys don't sleep, do you? Oh shit.
Who dares disturb my peace?
It's I, Bobby.
You made an oath never to summon me again.
Sorry.
Excalibur. Wait. Is it really you? You, who come from a time beyond. Show yourself before me.
It seems he speaks to me. Allow me to answer him.
Welcome, old friend.
I can see that you know me, but I am a mere shadow of my true self. I don't remember you, Lord of the Seas. Forgive me.
That's what you told me, my friend. The next time we see each other, you will not remember me. But you are here now. The will and the power led you back to this place. Even in this incomplete form.
Where should I look for myself? I wish to restore Avalon to its former glory, yet I don't know how.
Avalon's fate has never rested upon one person alone, not even one as great as King Arthur. Yet here you are, trying again, restless and eager to take the responsibility again. I salute you, my friend.
Tell me what I must do to be worthy to lead Avalon once more. I do not think I have the strength.
Your path is true. Seek wholeness, and Avalon will reveal what it needs from you. And yes, you need to touch Excalibur.
Thank you, my friend.
And you, mortal. You have given yourself to the king's service. You are worthy of a place among the keepers of the South. Arthur, take out your sword and fear no failure. It is yours to take. It always was. I deem you worthy, my friend. The promise I gave thy mother is fulfilled, and thus our pact is ended. You know where to look for your soul. Trust yourself, and when you reach your journey's end, I trust you will make the right
Bang. Now I can take Excalibur. But Arthur wants to talk to me again.
Yes, it seems we knew each other well during the war. And this proves that I sought allies beyond our own forces. And I trusted him enough to carry the knowledge of Excalibur. This must count for something.
Oh, Excalibur was right here the whole time. Oh, Jesus. Is that gonna kill me? Oh my god. Let's get fully healed and just make sure this thing does not kill me. Might not have enough HP for this. Damn, I'm tired. Alright, let's try it. Almost.
I am his will, the fire that bends the world to his command. I am the blade that shapes kings and shatters tyrants.
Enough, Merlin. You can't keep throwing lives into this abyss. These experiments, they're destroying what remains of us.
Destroying us? They're what's keeping us alive. Do you think the Four Dwellers will stop for pity or mercy? Every soul we lose here saves 10 more on the battlefield. You told me to do this. You sanctioned this. And I'm close to getting it right. I know it.
No, we can't justify this. There's no victory worth such a cost.
You know full well, Arthur, that this isn't about victory. It's about survival. If we don't push these boundaries, there will be no future for your kingdom. For Avalon. You dream of peace, but without victory, there will be no peace to dream of. The path ahead is brutal, but if we relent now, we lose everything.
And yet we keep losing people and gaining nothing in return. We must change the path.
They volunteered for this.
They volunteered to save our kingdom, and you've gotten no closer to doing it. Their sacrifices cannot be in vain, Merlin. Find another way. Use your mind, your wisdom. Leave this slaughterhouse you've created behind.
A different way. That will take time. And resources we may not have. The enemy won't wait.
They will if I make them. Whatever it takes, I will buy you that time. Find me a weapon that wins this war without annihilating what we fight to protect.
Whatever it takes.
Yes. Let it be known that it was my decision, and I will bear the consequences of it.
Oh no, my king. People can never know. It was all my idea, and you knew nothing about it. All of us have our role to play. You are the leader, and they need to love you. If we win, you need to become more than a man. You need to become a symbol.
Shit.
Now, I remember. Before you judge me, it all seems so obvious now, doesn't it? The right thing to do. It wasn't back then, and you can trust me on that. We were on the brink of losing the war, and wars aren't won with wishful thinking. There was no clean path, no noble answer. Only the weight of reality pressing down on our necks. Something had to be done, or everything we fought for would have been in vain. And in the end, the ones who stepped forward, who chose to pay the price, made it possible. And their deaths gave Merlin the knowledge he needed to finish his work. To find something that could really turn the tide in our favor. Justified? No. Justification is for those who have the luxury of doubt. And I had a kingdom to save. They were brave men who volunteered their lives, just as they did every time we rode onto the battlefield. The difference was that if Merlin succeeded, one man's sacrifice could have saved us all, could have ended the war before more blood was spilled. If sacrificing a few meant the survival of all, then there was no choice at all. Maybe they never saw justice. Maybe their real stories were erased from history. Call it cruelty. Call it madness. But if I'd done nothing, there would be no Avalon left to argue over. But the kingdom still stands. The people live. And that has to mean something. I did. But this wasn't about pride. It wasn't about saving face. The truth about all this would have broken my people. I couldn't allow that. And a king doesn't get to flinch. If that meant carrying the weight alone. I told him to stop the experiments on our men, but to keep going. And he did. He started experimenting on the Four Dwellers, the enemy. If their bodies could be broken down, their power turned against them, wasn't that their own doing? Wasn't that fair? So he figured out how to twist the Four Dwellers' power into something we could wield. I told him to conquer the weirdness. And in the end, he did. He found a way to make me stronger. Stronger than any man had the right to be. It wasn't just magic. It was something deep. And with it, we won. The war ended. Avalon was out. That's the question, isn't it? I keep thinking about Seawall. He was ready to pay the ultimate price for what we were fighting for. And I thought he did. I grieved him. Told myself his sacrifice had meaning, that he had given his life for... And now, after all these years, I told myself I carried the weight of my choices. But seeing him, I wonder if I ever truly did.
You've got that look again, like you've seen something you wish you hadn't. Another piece of the king's soul reclaimed, right? What did it show you this time? Merlin. Ah, Merlin and his obsession with the weirdness. The king thought it could save us. Merlin thought it could be controlled. Together, they were willing to tear the world apart to win. I was a prototype for Merlin's latest idea, immortality. Me and Seawall, the king's loyal pawns. Used and discarded when they found a better way. When they decided to go even deeper into their madness and turn our king into a monster. Seawall was Merlin's first attempt. I was the last. We could say I was lucky, but to say that would take a truly macabre sense of humor, don't you think? Even if he didn't, he should have. He was desperate to win, and desperation doesn't leave room for conscience. Every scream, every scar, even if he didn't see it, he allowed it. That's as good as approving it. Fight back. Against who? Merlin? The king? You endure. You wait. And when the time comes, you either break, or you're left to clean up their mess. That's what I do. Of course he'd say that. There's always a scapegoat and a convenient excuse for men like him, but it doesn't absolve him. Not when he was the one who unleashed this madness on all of us. He wanted victory, no matter the cost. And when you want something that badly, you stop looking too closely at what's being done in your name. And, after all, who said we were supposed to win this war? You've seen what they did. What he did. And that's not the end of the story. It's not the extent of their sins. Find the pieces of his soul. Put him back together, if that's what it takes. And then we, or I alone, if you decide to defy me, can end the cycle. Either way, we will get to his resurrection. I've seen it too many times to believe the cycle will be broken before it happens. But know this. Once he's whole, Arthur's power, his mistakes, and his madness will all return. And when that moment comes, I'll be there. Whether to stand with you or step over you. The choice is yours. Just remember that when that happens, and you stand by his side, there won't be room for both of you. Start. You've already started. But if you want the next piece, head to Kunacht. The Menhir there is failing, the weirdness swallowing what's left of the village. You will need to find another artifact. The shield our king gave to Palamedes. He was one of the king's finest, a voice of reason amidst the madness. But But it didn't save him or his legacy from what they had coming. Find the shield, and then, well, we will meet again.
I do like this story, though. It's pretty good. Okay, we back. Sorry, before the long break, but I was working my ass off the last couple of days. Forgot where the fuck what we were doing. World to win. I should head to Quanat and find the shield of Palamedes. Thing I want to do here. Okay, that I also have to go to way up here for that. So I really don't care to do that. Do this one. This one north too? It's like all my side quests are making me go north. So that's north. That's north. Ah, alright. We can go do this real quick. Did a peek on my carry weight just to make sure we're not carrying a bunch of stuff. How much gold do I got? Upgrading this spear really drained my gold. I might have to start selling more stuff than I am just hoarding it. I don't really know the best way to make How much of this segment have I explored? I mean, pretty much all of it besides some coastal regions. There's not a whole heck of a lot more to be exploring.
I promise you, dear, Cat is dead.
And they just let you in with that brand. No trouble at all.
No, none at all. You see, this is my savior. Oh, I really owe you for that.
No need to worry, love.
Yes. I hope they'll let us stay here a bit longer. We'll make ourselves useful, but I just don't have...
My poor dear. Don't worry.
Here, I got a reward for Cat's head. Of course, no one believed I was the...
And this is from me. It's not...
Bang. 250 gold for some people living in a damn shack. Alright, now we can get out of here. Teleport right to here, the ancient cave. Now we enter the new area. I'm glad I ended up not siding with Galahad. I just felt like that was the wrong choice. Felt like he wasn't somebody I'd pair myself with. The tribes people are just way more interesting to me than, like, pretty much the Empire of the Elder Scrolls. Except it seems more twisted.
I like it when things are quiet.
Alright, let's go north. Did pick up this iron before. In this region, I think I did end up getting some pretty good gear. I'm not mad at it. I think I'm pretty decently equipped. I just really need to focus on finding the armor and the weapons that I really like, and then just upgrading. It's like kind of like the Souls games. You just find whatever weapons you want to use and then just upgrade the shit out of them. Whoa, this ain't the right way. That really threw me off in Dark Souls and Elden Ring. Elden Ring specifically. It was like my first experience with Souls-like. Like, I was so used in, like, you know, most RPGs, specifically coming from Bethesda, of just like progressively getting better and better gear. But then I was like, what you do in Elden Ring, but to like a lesser extent, because there's some weapons you can just get at level 1 in the same starting area, sort of, and be straight. And you just upgrade the hell out of them. Like the Rivers of Blood katana, like you can literally get that at level 1 by not going very far or progressing much in the story. You can use it the whole game, and it's, as long as you upgrade it, it's fine. Hell, that's an animal. That's not marked as like an enemy. They're definitely not nice. And they're strong as shit. What the fuck? Holy sh... Bro, what? Bro, I was just like, look at these little cute little gabagools. I just run past them, huh? Yeah, I'm not dealing with that. Nope. These are enemies too up here. Looks like they reset. Did he? Can I get them to fight the bandits? He just kind of hangs out inside of a tree. That's wicked. Bro.
Here's just a flesh wound.
Bro, he fell out of the tree.
Fertilizing the soil.
What the fuck?
Have your head on a pike.
What the fuck? Yeah, no, dude. What the fuck is this shit? I gotta go. These guys are no joke. Just reset, please. What the fuck? Bro, is there no peace? There's a damn bear up there. Alright, alright, alright. Hold on, hold on. I'm gonna die. Poisoned Knight. Like, dude. What the hell are these enemies, bro? What is that bear doing? Great, now I got the bear on me too. This is perfect. Bro, this is fucking ridiculous. Yo! Yo! What the hell is going on? Bro, they just cannot operate around trees. Apparently. Like, whoa. Oh my goodness. No, 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 no. Yo, these enemies though? What? Why are they so strong? Now I got something else trying to kill me. And why the trees bug them out so bad? This guy's not an enemy.
Greetings, stranger. May the word bless your day. Is there something you need? A warm meal? A place to rest? Or perhaps you're in need of a weapon to bolster your courage as you travel through these dark and troubled lands? I haven't gathered much, but you might find something useful here. At the end of his papacy, the 18th Pope of the Red Church issued the Papal Bull of Calling. It's truly a sacred scripture. I often find myself going back to it, as the word therein moves me deeply. Out of all the verses, these are the ones that resonate with me most. May all those called by the word never be forsaken by it. If your way of the word leads you through thorns and whips, embrace it and become an inquisitor of penance. If your way of the word is that of a sword, blood and fire, shed the blood. I have been so. Unless my interpretation of the Papal Bull of Calling is wrong, then yes. Therefore, if it's words of comfort you're seeking, I'm afraid you've come to the wrong person. Certainly.
Summon Master Assassin? It is so expensive. She got quite a bit of gold from that little encounter. Brother. Sell these guys stuff real quick.
Welcome. Certain.
Oh, hell no. What the hell are these? Oh, corpse eaters. They're more beefed up corpse eaters, though. God. Everything's so much stronger here. What the hell? Another bear. This time I don't have it to get. I don't have it to where it's going to be getting stuck in a tree over and over again. What the fuck is that shit? Okay, we're out, dude. No. I just got fireballed to death. Oh my god. I didn't know it was gonna be like this here. Oh, just because they're standing right there. We're gonna have to just dodge those. Try to get past them. I'm just gonna get past the bear too, hopefully. This guy seems pretty chill. Oh, goddamn. The music keeps cutting in and out.
Oi! What do you think you're doing here? This is my spot! I got here before dawn, so you better get lost, you miscreant! I don't need to explain anything, but you better explain why you're trying to steal my mushrooms! Move along, but remember, I've got my eye on you.
Alright, dick. Take your shit. Yeah, I'm not doing that. There's another bear. Oh my god. Why? Go away. Go away, leave me be. Some goblins down there, I bet they're hard as shit. Oh,
I see fear in your eyes.
buddy.
I see fear in your eyes. I've had worse. Tis just a flesh wound.
Oh, those. Oh, this is going crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie. Level up at least. King Soul.
It was supposed to be a reminder. The sword was never just steel. It was a symbol of what we stood for. Strength, justice, the will to carve a path forward. A weapon, yes, but also a promise. I wanted them to remember, to fight for those ideals, to uphold them, even when I was gone. Even when there was... Merlin saw Avalon for what it was long before the rest of us. That the weirdness would gnaw at our walls, at our minds. But he still fought to map a way forward. To carve some... We were losing the battle at Tuathan's mouth. Our last push before the weirdness took the field. Merlin was with us. Then it came. Not a beast, not a man, not something we ever had words for. A shadow. Merlin raised his staff, spoke a name I didn't... Not killed, not struck down, just...
King Soul. Excalibur. Probably gonna need this. Lame Lorcan.
This is going to...
He shoots 3 bows at once.
You'll have to do better than that.
What the fuck? How are you supposed to dodge that? Meaning, like, what?
Your gold belongs to us now. You'll regret this. You'll regret this. Ha! That's all you've got.
He really wasn't shit without his bow, was he? Triple threat bow. Look at his head. See that bow. Yeah, it's alright. Pretty cool bow nonetheless, though. Bro, come on.
I'll get you back tenfold.
You're nothing but a peasant.
Bro.
Show me what you're made of.
Oh my god, getting stuck on shit. Oh shit.
Show me what you're made of. Your armor won't save you. 'Tis but a scratch.
Back to your hovel, coward.
Oh my freaking goodness.
Pay for that insult.
Blow for blow.
I've had worse. You'll pay for that insult. You're nothing but a peasant.
Bro, what the fuck?
I'll strike you down.
I've had worse.
You are nothing but a peasant. Blow for blow. I'll strike you down. Show me what you are made of.
I knew I would be needing that. Jesus. Brother. I'm fucked up. There's no way that was all the food I made. Cozy cave, alright.
Don't say that. Someone comes, lights the Menhir, and then dies on all watch? People would be at my door with pitchforks.
He's waking up. Welcome back to the land of the living, our hero.
Help him up, Ansem. Welcome to my home. Quite a scene unfolded at the Menhir, with you at the heart of it. I can't decide if I'm more delighted or surprised. What was it that made the Menhir react to you? The local Menhir here have been rather lifeless for quite some time. Then you come along, breathe life into what was dead, and, whether you meant to or not, alter the course of our history. That's how I see it anyway. Tell me, do you know what this Menhir represents? Is that so? That would be quite the discovery. The people of Avalon still believe the legend, that Merlin, under King Arthur's command, raised the Menhirs to protect us from the mist that spawns monsters. But none of this matters in our current situation. Here, the Menhir represents something more. For some, it's a symbol of freedom and independence. Strength, if you will. It shows that the people of Connacht, my subjects, can face any challenge, even at the world's end. And for others, like our guest from Camelot, whom I'm sure you've seen, it's a symbol of power. Power once granted by King Arthur, and therefore by Camelot. And power that has been granted can be taken away. I'm well aware. And now we're also facing an outbreak of the Red Death, which will no doubt influence Camelot's decision on whether to offer my people shelter. But with the Menhir reignited, the people of Connacht will be even less willing to give up and go to Camelot. If anything, I expect rebellion to break out, and bloodshed is something neither we nor the capital want. I don't know, to be honest. It's not something I could admit publicly, but I feel both sides have a point. I understand the people who don't want to abandon their homeland, and I understand the knights, who must face a long-lost terror and find a solution to an impossible problem. Believe me, being a lord in times like these is a heavy burden. I want you to speak with Dinho and try to calm him down. He's the commander of Camelot's forces stationed in Connacht, and as you probably imagine, your presence here didn't exactly make his job easier. With the Menhir active again, everything could change. Palomiti's shield, you say? An unusual request. That shield rests beneath the Menhir. And legend has it that it used to fuel its power for centuries. I don't mind if you look at it, touch it, whatever you need. Just don't take it. And you're probably just as attached to your head. If you need anything.
They did give me the location. I need to sell some stuff.
Stay quiet. Stay safe.
Shut up. I need to rest. I'll put my fire right here and rest. I need somewhere to sell my gear. This way. See the vendors on the map.
What brings you this way?
I don't know where the other vendor is, but alright.
Elixirs, powders, and all of it made... Yes, all magic is a scam, an illusion. My elixirs... Anyway, go ahead and read my anti...
And now I need to go somewhere to upgrade my gear. Wherever that might be.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
No. We don't do charity work around here. Need a workbench, damn it. Down there, maybe?
Oi, you. You're new here, aren't you? I don't think I've seen you around before. Ah, no, sorry. It's just that we don't see many. Just us and the locals and, well... Do they? Then maybe we're all just sick of looking at each other. I'm sure they're not all bad. This must all be quite hard for them. But it's not like I want to be here either. I've got a pregnant wife waiting for me at home, and they won't even let me buy a book for her. Yeah, about birthing and labour and whatnot. It's going to be our first, you see, so my wife's worried sick.
But that Dalrita wench chased me out of her bookshop and won't let me back in.
Well, could you? I'd be really grateful. Just don't tell her it's for me. She won't. Please, I'll pay you back. I'll even... Oh,
Y'all got crafting station over here or anything useful to a young bull?
Ah, here's our troublemaker. You've really caused a stir around here with that spectacle in front of the Menhir. I had everything in order. You appear out of nowhere, and suddenly a dying pile of stones lights up like a bonfire. Firstly, because now I have to write yet another report to Camelot that we're going to be late, and that they need to send us even more supplies. Secondly, you've somehow reignited the Menhir, and this has reignited people's hopes that they can stay. And that's dangerous. And before you ask why it's dangerous, take a look around town. The recent Red Death outbreak took its toll, and I'm pretty sure... But you should be thankful to them. Their hopes are the only reason we haven't locked you up. That's the assumption I decided to go with, and that's why we're talking. Perhaps there's still a chance to sort out this mess. If that's really what you wanted to tell me, then it would mean I need to declare a bounty on your head. And you'd have to either leave or die here in Connacht. You can go tell Murig that your presence doesn't change anything about our deal, and that you are unwilling to help with his endeavors, whatever they may be.
And if he doesn't listen, play along, but come back to me when you learn what he has planned. Isn't it obvious? For the safety of all the residents of Avalon. Only by gathering the Meniers in one place and reigniting them will we be able to keep ourselves safe from the weirdness. Avalon's population has significantly declined over recent years. We're on the brink of extinction, damn it. That's why we need to stick together, to take care of each other. Only Camelot possesses the necessary infrastructure to establish the right conditions for its people. If they remain here, they will die, either from the weirdness itself or from the horde of monsters it spawns. And there aren't enough soldiers here for their protection. You must know that I didn't come here just to obey orders. I truly believe that this is the only way to save everyone on Avalon. Then at the very least, we'll have bought some time for those wiser than us to think of an alternative solution. Perhaps we will invade Tuathan, like in the glorious old days. Or perhaps someone will find a way to free the derelict fleet, allowing us return to the homelands. I don't know. But there's one thing I'm certain of, and I'll repeat it as often as necessary. Only by standing together can we overcome the weirdness. Scattering our people across the island is the worst solution, and it's a sure path to our ruin. Murig, who apparently prefers to be called Maggot, is a druid, even though he may not look the part. And druids are the only ones who know the rituals necessary to ignite the Meniers. Due to bad luck, or more accurately, the decisions of my superiors, our options for druids are limited. That's why I'm forced to work with Murig, and prophet be my witness, neither of us is happy about that. But I'm no fool. I know that what happened in front of the Menhir might make Murig consider double-crossing us. He'll try to find a way to reignite the Menhir so that it could stay in Kunach despite our agreement. So, if you ever find out what he's planning, if he ever asks you to fetch something for his ritual, I'll await your
Haven't seen your face around here, but I'd rather not have to put your... No, that'd be Sheena. I keep this camp running and make sure everyone's pulling their weight. Idle hands have no place in Camelot's army. Trouble is, we've got more work than men. So if you're looking to earn some coin, check the notice board. I can't spare any soldiers to deal with things outside of Kunach, but I'll be damned if I let those bandit scum run. I handle what makes soldiers fight. Sheena handles what keeps them comfortable. You want glory and gold? See me. You want a softer pillow or a warm meal? Legate Denham is in charge here. Sometimes I wonder if he upset someone higher up to get sent on this mission, because this place, it's a damn mess. Lord Yvain's acting like a maiden on her wedding night. The Red Priests are throwing their weight around, and the locals are ignoring the fact that they're all about to be swallowed by the weirdness. I have no idea how the legate puts up with it all. But, well, I'm Immunis Askel. If you hear the war stories, most of the fighting's behind me now. I've traded my sword for paperwork. Once we're done here, maybe I'll finally retire. Then I'll have all the time in the world to spin tale. I'll await.
Jesus. Alright, I gotta get that guy a book. Really need a damn crafting bench. Oh. Craftsman Row, this is my wolf pelts. And that's one thing I didn't do in the other zone was do the bounty board. Wait, was his head one of them? Oh.
If you're here to chat, you've wasted a trip. Speak up or ship out. Well, are you standing there for a reason, or is the scenery here all that captivating? Pleasant is for feasts and fair days, neither of which you'll find here. I'm here to keep us supplied and alive, not to make friends. If you need jobs, check the notice board outside. There's always some. Can you read? Can you lift more than a feather? I don't know where all that eagerness comes from, but I'm starting to think if I had 10 of you, my job, and as it happens, I might have something for you. Though it's a little different from what you've been doing so far. It seems that over the past few weeks, some just small amounts, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even notice at first. But when I checked the books at the end of the month, the numbers told the truth. Someone's been stealing the Legion's. I thought I did. One of the lads, Percy, volunteered to guard the supplies. Seemed like a decent enough guy, but the next day, Percy was gone. And with him, even more of the supplies. His mates swear he'd never do that. They say that the army was his entire life. But I find it hard to believe. The problem is, the thefts haven't stopped. So I'm guessing he... At first, it was mostly just food, so I figured it must be rats. But not only did the traps turn up empty, the next time I checked, a hammer, a saw, and a couple of knives were missing too. I don't know about you, but I've never heard of a rat that can chew through iron. In the storefront nearby. Maybe...
Okay. There's no crafting bench here. Here we go. It is expensive, dude. Fuck. What is this? Leather? How does one get more leather? You know, armor weight section ain't really super important right now. Does it pull from my stash or no? Has to, right? Yeah, because there's no way I'm carrying this much iron ore on. Yeah, I don't think I am. Alright, where to begin? Try and get this book off this lady.
Oh, hello there.
Welcome to Vrel's bookshop. Nae reading without buying. And if you're here for porn, kindly leave before you start. Aye. Look, I don't begrudge anybody their reading habits. Each to their own. Aye. No only can I read, I can even make so if you have a joke to... And then the shopkeeper says, huh, it must be raining. Maybe one day, I'll even come.
Oh, this is all like...
Welcome. This shop belonged to my late husband. We met on the road. I was a mercenary hired to protect the caravan. He was a fine older gentleman. It was a lethal combination for my poor hurt. We didn't have much family left, and they couldn't care less about this place, so he left it all. Well, I can't just take the shop and hitch it to a cart, can I? Although I suppose that might be more or less what I need to do. I didn't hate living here, you know. It was fine when my husband was still alive. And then he died. And the respect died with him. And then Camelot arrived. Everything just went... Oh, expecting a wee un? Congratulations. Lucky you. I don't think I've seen a newborn in Cunicht for as long as I've lived here. Wise of you to prepare yourselves. I think I have just the thing for you. The Temple of the All-Mother issued this book to instruct their priestesses in midwifery. Speaking of which, if you want some practical tips. So, then I hope you get back home in time. A woman shouldn't be... It's different in the tribes. My mother always told me the story of how her waters broke when she was dragging the weird deer's carcass here, and I was right in the middle of skinning it when you decided to pop your head out. Speaking of cultural differences, is that so? Oh, is it now? Well, well, well. Oh, that's precious. I chased him off because he couldn't take no for an answer. He came in and tried to seduce me. Told me he just loves to devour books. That he'd gladly... Books, sure. Maybe for breakfast. To add variety. When I told him I wasn't interested, he got all pissed off and called me an ugly, dumb savage. I only let him leave with his teeth intact to avoid proving him right. Tell you what, I'll sell you that book. But fair warning, I'll be sending his fair wife the story of Giron the Unfaithful, with a special... Ha! Pleasure doing business with you. Thanks for coming.
Go give this jackass his book back.
Oh, hello there.
That's one of those weird priest people.
Hi. Oh, thank you. I knew. Here's your money and a little extra.
I sure did do a good deed.
Help a soul out on your journey, will you?
No thanks. Go meet this guy. Called Edkert. About Edkert. Hopefully I don't get freaking demolished by any of these damn creatures.
I'm an outcast.
I want to do...
Exiled from my home by the Red Death.
The hell away from me then, dude. He probably doesn't have Red Death. If he had it, he probably would be locked away or something. Quarantined. Hopefully I don't get my ass whooped by these damn creatures that live here. I'm tempted to almost turn the difficulty down a little bit. I might end up doing that depending on how just crazy things get. I don't know how much it would affect the actual difficulty or not, but just trying to enjoy a freaking RPG. I don't want to have to worry about being underleveled for anything really. Bro. Huh?
This is going to hurt.
Oh, he's fighting. Oh, he is fighting the wolf and the bear. I was like, how did he see me?
We'll make short work of you.
I hope that bear wrecks his shit. Oh, he just sweep that wolf.
Back to your hovel, coward.
That bear is gonna wreck his shit, to be honest. Good job, bear. Clear out the rest of the camp and die doing that for me, please. I don't want to fight your big ass either.
Careful. This place remembers everything. What's on your mind? Good. Very good. I assume you've decided to climb further into the guild's ranks then. Are you ready for your next adventure? Our guild was indeed formed in Camelot, but we fled from there long ago. The Thoid tribe is the only one that doesn't fear magic. The guild saw my potential and invited me into its ranks. What does it matter what he thinks? History is unfolding elsewhere, and the guild intends to secure a place in the front row. It doesn't matter who rules the south. The fate of all Avalon is at stake. If people wish to kill each other in the meantime, the guild won't stand. I'd like you to find Calum and bring me his research. He's a former guild member and a cruel man. He took the idea of life as a form of energy a little too much to heart, and it's made him potentially dangerous. We expelled him and cut him off from our resources, but, as you might guess, that didn't slow him down for long. We don't know the details, but I doubt it's anything good, or humane. From what I hear, he's gone completely mad and started experimenting on humans. He always claimed it's the only way to unlock the spark of life, but practicing necromancy is, of course, strictly forbidden by the guild. Personally, I'd like to treat him the way he treats his test subjects. The guild only wants information on what he's doing. It'd be best. The owls are hooting that he's holed up in some hut at the swamps. But knowing that lunatic, he won't be doing his experiments anywhere out in the open.
Right, okay, so where is that? This away? Bro, there's no way the bear sees me. Bro, why do bears act like this? Why did he drop venison? Titanium? I'd like to avoid the dryads if I can. They were some serious assholes. I'm stuck. This was actually pretty close by. This is his house. Probably got a basement. That's a cave. Oh god, what is going on down here? Subject's bloodstream, augmented with weird cell, monitor reactions closely. 1 hour stable, pigmentation resembling plant tissue spreads across skin. 4 hours, accelerated healing observed. Partial integration of vascular systems, 12 hours. Severe tremors, fluctuating vitals. Subject's frame struggles to contain the spark. The essence resists confinement in a human vessel. If she survives, the potential is limitless. If she fails, I must refine the formula and find a stronger subject. Doing some crazy stuff down here. No.
Hello? Who's there? I can't see very well. Oh. He's not here. I can't feel him anywhere near the house. He must be in the cave. I think he's been there for a while, but I'm not sure. It's hard to keep track of time. The one with the plant. We're connected somehow. I can feel its roots digging into the damp soil, like they're my own. Sometimes I envy it. I'm Ely. I hated it. The rain. This is better in some ways. And worse in so many others. He offered me a job. Said I could stay at his house. At first, but he said all he needed was a housekeeper. Since he belonged to some important guild and didn't have time to clean up for himself. So I said yes. I remember the floor glowing. He took some cuttings. It didn't hurt, but it felt then he waited for the branches to bear fruit. When he took it. The plant in the cave. I'd like to be free again. Not Calum's. Not the plants. Just mine. Even if only... Not exactly. It's vast. But it doesn't seem... I'm sorry. Thank you. Just be careful with the plant. That anger.
All right.
dear. The Menhirs were Merlin and Nimue's domain. I was mostly just relieved they worked. Although I've always felt an odd sense of familiarity with them. I think they reacted to the power we now wield. The Four-Dweller element within us. But why and how? That's beyond even my understanding. But tell me, are you well? You were unconscious for a while. Good. That's good. The ones who helped me to build Avalon. Never surrendering, never backing down. We may not have chosen each other's company. Well, the apple has fallen far from the tree. I don't see the heir of Palamedes in him. His ancestor was a ruler devoted to his people. He was even capable of defying me when the situation called for it. I always respected him for that. And Yvain, I see a man trying to please everyone. That is the gravest sin. Decisions are never easy, but they must be made. I see that the current Lord is trying to delay that moment, and I fear it's his people who will suffer most because of his indecision. I know much time has passed. I just hope Palamedes' bloodline wasn't diluted by the carelessness of one of Yvain's foremothers.
Damn thing ain't too bad when it's not. Throwing shit at me. What the fuck is that, dude? What is that? A weird stump? Are you serious? It's a damn stump. Dang, I thought he was about to get up and help me. I need more healing stuff, dude. I'm running low on that. How do I... Ooh, there's one right here. Brother. These guys are tough and they're just everywhere. Hell, what the fuck is this? Knuckle levy? What the fucking shit? Gotta go. What the fuck? It just jumped through the tree? Oh, now they're fighting each other. This is good. That thing's got a sword on it. No, they're gonna take forever to kill each other. This guy's just broken. Let's sell this stuff. There's an enemy up here though. Gotta hit him with the pokey stick. Oh, I'm overcumbered as shit. Need my boy to buy all this stuff off of me.
Welcome back. Certainly.
Wonder if I can crash here. I didn't really get much of anything for that armor and stuff. Holy shit. Ouch. You seem like some alright folks.
Your soul is diseased. There is something poisoning it. But it isn't the Red Death, is it?
It's just Arthur.
I can't sense that in you. Yet I detect a trace of wordness. It looks like your fate was sealed. But then something shifted your life's direction. You're an intriguing one. I am Carla. My loyal helpers. I'm not so proud as to call them worshippers. But if you ask the outsiders, they might say my helpers are just poor souls, bewitched by an evil Pictish witch. Oh, don't believe in superstitions. They're simply grateful because I cured them of the Red Death. Those close to the wordness can be cured. It's a skill known among the Picts. Oh yes. As you can see, the wordness can be a force for good, too. It's such a shame that with the druids gone, we've also lost the hope of fully harnessing this potential. Oh, I'm not quite sure how I do it myself. It seems like the Red Death and the wordness somehow complement each other. The eyes of those afflicted show a unique kind of pain, unlike anything else. Even in those who've recovered, you can still see the vestiges of their suffering. The Red Priests say the Red Death affects both the mind and the body. They are right about that. What spreads through your body is something more. It touches the very essence of one's soul. I'm afraid there's not much that can help with such a condition. Come back again.
Alright. That's it for now.